we have generated our code from the anti-gravity based on the implementation which we generated. So now we will go through our code, we will run, then we will, after verifying all the modules, the tables that we will be going to generate, everything is fine, then we will check our docker file and we will run the docker file, generate the docker container, and then we will execute our code and then run and check whether any issue is there in our code or not. So so let me go inside the auth service, and inside the auth service we have DTO for the validation, of each of that API request. So we have register DTO, which will be used in registering the user. Okay. Okay, and we have session ID used to claim guest profiles. Okay, then we have login DTO, where we pass email, password, session ID, and then we have a Google login DTO where we pass the Google token which we generate from the client side or the what to say front end application. Okay, so let me go to the controller to see the number of endpoints which we have generated. So let me accept these changes. I'm hitting on accept, but it's not letting me hit accept. No, there is problem with this video screen recorder. Mm-mm-mm. Let me click. No, I'm not able to click it. Let me click it here. Accept. Yeah. So it is done. We go inside the auth controller. We have to do one more thing here, to which is to install the packages, because we don't find any node modules inside our project. But still, let us look. We have set cookies. To set the cookies, that is a method inside our controller, and then we have register function to register method to get the, it is used as a callback to for register route for this register endpoint. And then we have login endpoint. In this login endpoint we take the login DTO and then set the cookies, and we hit the login service, get the cookies tokens, and then return to the user. And then we have Google login, set the Google login as well, we generate the token, and then we send the user details with this Google login. Then we have refresh, which will take refresh token from the cookies, and then it will generate the token and send back to the user. And then we have logout function. It clears the cookie from the it clears the token from the cookie, which is access token and refresh token, and then it logs you out from your application. So this looks good. We now go inside the auth service. We have hash value function. We have compared hash, which we compare the value, generate the hash, and you say that you take the password, generate the hash, and compute or uh, compare both of them and to see whether uh, they are equal or not for password validation. And then generate token, generates the token. Here we have written the 15 minutes default time out for access token, and we have 7 days of expiry of the refresh token. But we have currently hard coded this, which we don't want. We will create a constant file or config file, and then we will add this particular constant variable in that file only, and then we will export all the variables, constant variables from that files only. So I will write it here that see, yeah, this thing, and expires in here, use a constant file, constant config file, and pick it from there only, not hard code anything. So when I say not hard code anything, it will not hard code anything. So it will, what it will do is, it will, for any it will search for the hard coded value it has added in the code, and then it will create a new file, and it will add all those hard coded values there, and it will import the imported it will import the value from that file and write it here, and use it here. Okay, and from the Prisma point of view, here we don't need any migration, because Prisma handle it automatically. It gives us the URL with the secret, which we can use directly to integrate to the backend app. Sorry, to the database. Claim guest project, and then register, then login, then Google login. Claim guest. So in the Google login, we have simulated email and simulated Google ID. Why we are simulating it? Then user, if no user, generate user, create user, claim guest project. Okay, we attach the user ID in that project, and then we generate tokens, and then return the token to the user. Okay, but why we need simulated email? If there is no email, you are just simulating the email, but we should get that email from token only, right? Google, for demonstrating, we simulate extract user email and Google ID from Google payload. But why do we need this? For validation, we just need to store the email as it is, not the simulated one. No, we don't need simulated email ID. It is just demonstrating that the email that you are saving is Google email. So for this, you can trim the Google dash from the front side to generate the email. But this logic is not what we want.